parents want to know, how would you encourage them what to do if their child tells them that they identify as a gender that differs from their biological sex?
Don't freak out. That would be the big thing. I mean, if it depends what age they are. I mean, if they're younger and they're like, they heard something, they're 6, 7 years old, and they just kind of heard something. I mean, that's a little bit different than if they're, 13, 14, 15. That's a bit in a different category. And that's probably the kind of age I'm thinking about. And don't freak out, because they are coming to you. First thing I would want to tell every parent is I would almost rehearse this in your mind. Like, what am I going to say when my child comes to me and tells me something that I am not happy about? It may not may have nothing to do with sexuality or gender. It may be that I wrecked the car or whatever it is. Something happened where they did something that they know that you would disapprove of. They know what you think about this, but they are still coming to you. And I would just plead with parents, like, don't abuse that real gift that your kids are coming to you. So don't freak out. Really see that as a gift, that they are coming to you and they are wanting to talk to you. And that leads me to my next point, which again, Mark Yardhouse in his book on sexual identity talks a lot about this, is that the community that your kids are in will play a huge role in the identity that they form, and the identity that they form will lead to behavior. And so the most important thing when they come to you, you want to be a part of their community. You want to be a part of that influence. And so what often happens in the church, and I want this for my kids and I want this for the entire church, is kids grow up in the church, they feel like, oh my gosh, I don't fit the gender stereotype.
Yeah.
I feel off. They go and talk to someone in the church. They get shut down, or all they hear about people who identify as transgender or gay or lesbian is they hear negative thoughts, and they think, I'm not safe to express my own struggles. Then they get on TikTok or they go to school and they do find a safe place to talk about what they struggle with. And so they don't choose the church as their community. They choose people outside the church as their community. And that is a huge factor in how identity is formed and behavior. So the thing I would say to parents is, like, pay attention. First of all, pay attention to your kids hang out with. That's a big deal. That's always been a big deal. It's a big, but secondly, make sure that you create the kind of environment in your home, and this is the kind of environment we want to create in our churches, is a belonging mindset before that people behave or believe, but that they belong, that we want to be a part of your community, because the community that they're in, the place that they feel safe to go to, is going to form their identity and behavior. So don't freak out. You may need to talk to someone, like you may need help. And so don't go this alone. I mean, you may be like, oh man, my kid's going through this. I don't want to expose my kid, but hey, you need help. Like, this is a minefield, and don't go it alone, and ask someone that you trust in the church community to help walk you through this. It's challenging, but it's our role as parents, and you don't have to do it alone. We can do it together.
Yeah, that's great.